was going to have an intermission, but I thought, well, after the intermission, nobody would be here. Make you all stay. Okay. So the first poem I'm going to read in the book is the first poem in the book. It's called Bliss. And a couple of years ago, I submitted this to the Poetry Festival for the San Luis Obispo, the Tribune's Poetry Month, the celebration of poetry for the month of April. And it got picked and it was put in, and that's great. And for some reason, I can't believe how much feedback I got on this poem. People really loved it. And so, in fact, I have a friend named Luisa Chiavacci who is Italian, and she loved the poem so much she translated it into French and Italian. So it's over there, someplace. And what I want to say about the poem is that a couple of things. I went to Catholic school for 8 years, and we had the New Baltimore Catechism, right? And so there were questions and there were answers, and you had to memorize all the answers, right? And one of the questions was, what does it mean when we say that God is eternal, right? And the answer was, God always was, always will be, and always remains the same. Okay, all you Catholics, right? Okay. Now, that blew my mind, And that was the first thing that got my attention. There were two things there. There was eternity and there was God. That's heavy duty when you're just a young Irish Catholic kid, and so that really got my attention. And so this poem really is about, a second thing that happened was, later on as I started getting into other mysteries in the world and start reading about things like the Big Bang. So one of the thoughts I had in my head was, well, if the Big Bang happened 13.7 billion years ago, and God's been around forever, what was God doing before the Big Bang? What was he doing? So this poem answers the question. I didn't know that. Okay. This poem's basically about four things. It's about, and it really, after that, I should just stop reading because this covers everything. It's about love, it's about death, it's about God, and it's about dogs. Okay, so the only thing that's not in here is baseball. All right, this is called Bliss. What my dog doesn't know won't hurt her, like her upcoming rabies shot, or eviction of the fat tick residing in the thick fur near her ear. What I know won't hurt me either if I choose not to let it, like the next reminder of mortality residing in the shadows of the near future, or let's face it, mortality itself, biding its time out there somewhere, hanging around like God whistling while waiting to create the universe. So the good news for both of us, my dog and me, is that neither her ignorance nor my knowledge diminishes our love for each other. At least love is what I call it. Who knows what she calls it? But not knowing won't hurt us, will it?